Hello and welcome to Lloyd South Lakes BMW. Today we have this M5 competition saloon. This car's finished off in the stunning speed yellow, one of the individual paint options from BMW. And of course this is the LCI variant of the M5 competition. So you can't get away from that stunning speed yellow paint finish. Nicely toned down with some gloss black accents and some carbon additions we've had. We've got an M Performance pack on here and different wheels to the standard M5 competition. So let's run through some of these options and spec with you now. On the front, we've got the glorious Laserlights. We've got that blue accent there, denoting that option. Slightly redevised. Daylight running light as well, built-in indicators into the outside part of that. There's those laser lights. Double the high beam distance as compared to the traditional bi-xenon LEDs. And also we've got the full high beam resistance as well built into that. Of course they are adaptive, so moving based on the steering wheel input. Redevised kidney grille on this LCI. Still got that double slat design, but a slightly more angled approach to that. Looks like one of them sort of set back slightly. A slightly redevised nose as well in the ICA variant, makes it a bit more prominent. And obviously the full gloss black lower part of the bumper there. We've also got the addition of the carbon fibre front attachment, as you can see in that lower part of the bumper, finishing off the front end of this car. Moving on, as mentioned, we've got an optional wheel as well, part of the M Performance pack. This is the 20-inch, the 863, the M Performance alloy wheel, the Y spoke, these amazing cutouts. Also had it finished off in a matte black as well, just to help tone down the glorious speed yellow paint finish. Also got the M Sport brake calipers there, finished off the traditional M Sport blue, and also the floating centre caps there as well, also on all four wheels. Moving around the side, it's got the carbon fibre mirror cat as well, as part of that M Sport package, the M Performance package, and the carbon lower sill as well, running off the entire length. Also the carbon fibre roof, standard on the M5 competition, ties in as well with all the additional carbon fibre parts we put on. That same carbon fibre reinforced plastic BMW used throughout their models. To the rear, we've got the Pro carbon spoiler as well, slightly more aggressive lip on it, that sort of cutout section as well. And finishing off, we've got the carbon diffuser as well, part of the M Performance package. Slightly redevised tail light as well on the LCI, slightly more sort of 3D element to them, which you only see in certain angles. And also we've got a darker shadow line finish as well to the front and the rear lights. Obviously the quad tailpipes there, the M Performance exhaust standard on the competition variant of the M5. Obviously Electric Bootlid, and obviously the fantastic boot capacity of the M5, even though it's a saloon. Slightly small entry point obviously with the saloon style boot, but great deep boot there. Also that split folding seat as well, 40-20-40. Handy levers up here as well, which can operate that, so it's very nice, easy to put any sort of larger items in. That through load capability. Also some protection glass in the rear of the car standard. Obviously that's the tinted windows. Obviously element of UV there to help protect the rear passengers, along with a little bit more privacy for the rear passengers as well. Into the rear of the car. Got the full black merino leather. Go with much else really with the speed yellow finish, just help tie it down, tone it down a bit more as well. Obviously all the touch points have got merino leather. There's the seats, the top of the door cards, the grab handles, all finished off beautifully. You see some of the ambient lighting working there as well. Seat belts as well as standard. Just a nice little touch there on all 5 seat belts. Rear passengers, also we have the 4-zone climate controller standard. Additional USB-C ports at the bottom, as well as a 12-volt socket there. This car also benefits from having the rear heated seats, the 2 rear outer heated seats, as part of one of the options. We also have the soft close functionality as well. You see, it just pulls the door in there. Lovely little feature, and of course, comfort access is standard. So the new system, so as you approach the car from 3 meters away, the car will recognise the key, give you a welcome light scenario with the puddle lights, so the tail lights, the headlights, and then from basically 1.5 meters away, the car will fully unlock. Just makes entry and exit extremely easy. Beautiful galvanic controls. These metal button switch gear finishes. That runs up for some of the other parts of the car as well. But you can see them on the door guard here, window controls and the mirror controls. And the aluminium. It's called aluminium carbon because it's more the weave, which replicates the carbon weave we have on the exterior parts of the car. And that lovely pearl chrome finish as well. Just ties it nicely, I think, with that contrast stitching. And that brings us around to the glorious. This is the Bell & Wilkins. The diamond surround sound audio system. So this is where Bell & Wilkins actually create a synthetic diamond for the tweeter material. Beautiful metal, I think they're stainless steel speaker grills, and it's obviously the pattern there, which actually is designed for helping the sound waves move from the throughout the speakers. Just a glorious sound system running throughout the car. Of course, we've got the Electric, full electric driver memory, obviously side bolster, lumbar. You've got 2 different parts of the rear backrest. You can adjust the lower top half, lower half. It's the base and the leg extension, all electric, and obviously all synced with the key. This car also has the massage function and the ventilation as well. It's obviously heated as standard, but also has the optional ventilation and massage function on both front seats. Also, we've got the heated steering wheel as well to finish off on those touch points. Obviously controlled with the little button, you have the BMW roundel just there. Car also has the Ambient Air Package. That's basically positioned in the glove box, along with the ionizer in the car. You can choose different scents, and just instead of having any clip-ons on the air vents and things like that, if you want a bit of fragrance running throughout the car, that's built into the ventilation system itself. Another great option we've got in this car, we have got the Driving Assistant Professional. That's from the steering wheel, gives you the full adaptive cruise control system, along with the lane assist, where it gives you some steering wheel input as well. So driving assistance that helps you keep in lane, helps you with stop and go traffic maneuvers. So in traffic, a car can completely take over. Obviously lots of blind spot protection, side collision protection and warning, and can actually move the car out the way of potential incidences. So just an amazing system, fully configurable, set up for you. Of course, we've got the updated Live Cockpit Professional that we've been seeing on the latest generation cars, and the updated Connected Package Professional as well, this new OS 7 operating system we've seen throughout the BMW range. Got some others, galvanic controls I mentioned before, on the audio and ventilation controls down here. Of course, the beautiful soft touch functionality for the seat controls, so you've got obviously heated and ventilation there as well, and obviously fan speed, all with this touch control system, and a quick access there takes you straight to the heat options via the central display. Also got the ionic there, that's part of the Ambient Air Package. Obviously fully configurable, this latest generation of M5 competition. So this is where we saw the introduction to the new MX drive system, which we now see on the M3, the M4. So fully configurable, basically transmission system, So you can have anything from a full 4-drive system, traditional X-drive system, 4-drive Sport, where it will send basically more power to the rear wheels, makes it more rear biased, which is, I think, the sweet spot for me for the car. But if you actually want to go full hooligan mode, you can do a full 2-wheel drive, decouple that front axle and have it to the traditional full rear wheel drive system. Obviously very different levels of DSC as well, driver support, whether it's fully off, that Aerodynamic mode, or full DSC on as well. Obviously the usual steering differentials, you can also change the weight of the steering, chassis there as well, the 3 different levels. Comfort for me is where it really works around the UK, so in our more bumpy country A roads we have in the Lake District. And also you still have the transition controls there, from full sequential shifting to automatic shifting, and of course you've got the full manual mode where you can either use the paddles and the steering wheel or the gear selector to change gear, and of course the engine mode as well. Then you can really hone down to controlling start-stop, and sound control as well for the exhaust note, part of the M Performance exhaust system. And as with all the BMWs we now see, you've got the 2 variants there, so you can set up 2 different configurations, M1 and M2 to configure. Obviously the car will start in a default sort of comfort mode, economical mode, but you can program in 2 different M1 and M2 buttons there just to hone all these features in and really get the car set up and working for you. Also in the updated M mode as well, we've got this more stripped back view on the central display, which is really nice, makes it a lot less cluttered. Of course, all you're going to be really paying attention to is the road, and of course the head-up display we can see there. In the M mode as well, automatically puts you to the rev counter mode. Obviously when in gear, it shows you the gear you're in as well, along with this obviously speed limit display there and your current speed. Gives you all that relevant information that you need to know. On top of that, of course, we've got the new track version as well, so you can activate track mode, which basically turns off this central display. Yet again, that makes things just less distracting. Gives a little bit more information, so we've got their tyre temperature and tyre pressure. Just turn the intelligent safety systems off as well, and purely for sort of a track mode. Obviously the DSC systems off, which you can control with the obviously M1 and M2 buttons still. Obviously the swan song of this vehicle is the glorious, that S63 4.4 twin turbo, the Hot V BMW, introduced a few years back. Powering this car, it's a 625 brake horsepower now we're seeing in the latest generation M5 competition, 750 newton meters of torque. Obviously acclaimed 0 to 62 at 3.3 seconds, but I'm sure many of you have seen videos and posts out there. The car's been doing it much quicker. Hope you've enjoyed this walk around video of this M5 competition we've got in. This car's brand new, ready for immediate delivery. If you want more information on this car, please do get in contact. One of our sales executives will be more than happy to help.